Hey guys, Ultimate Toy Collector here. So, this is going to be the second review for the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Marvel Legends series. This is a comic book figure that was mixed into the movie line along with one or two other figures. This figure was also one of the, I believe it was like a fan favorite poll figures that Hasbro put up to see what the fans wanted to see made. And sure enough, this one and the other figure, which was Darkhawk, both ended up in this wave. The fan support seemed to be there, and both of them are absolutely awesome. So, real quick, let's take a look. So we know this is Marvel's Angela. Emphasis on Marvel's. I'll explain that in a minute. Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Legends. We got the Guardians little emblem up here. She's absolutely awesome. Comes with a bunch of accessories and a Build-A-Figure piece to complete Titus, which is the Build-A-Figure. Take a look on the side. We have an illustration of her here and another illustration here. And if we take a look close, we got boobies. Lots and lots of boobies for days. All right. Flip around the back of the box, and we have Angela, master of hand-to-hand combat. Angela is known throughout the galaxy for her battle prowess. So she's an absolute badass. We know we have, let me see, Drax, Yondu, this like cosmic Captain America looking guy, I can't remember his name. Angela, Darkhawk, Nova, and Star-Lord. You need all of them to actually, Star-Lord doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, so you need 7 figures, but 6 of them to build Titus, right? So the one thing that I'm not sure if you guys know, so let's see if you guys know. Angela was actually created by Neil Gaiman. I think that's how you say his name. Gaiman, something like that. And Todd McFarlane. She first appeared back in Spawn #9, if I'm correct. That was like March 1993. Uh, so she was originally a McFarlane character for Spawn. She had her own miniseries and was a regular in a Spawn book. She was actually a badass back then. And I actually have one of her McFarlane figures, which is really cool. So after Spawn kind of, died off a little bit, and Gaiman and McFarlane parted ways, there was actually a legal battle between the two, and Gaiman won, and he took Angela with him. I think he actually took a couple other characters too. But he ended up selling the rights to Marvel, which was really a big deal. And so she then appeared in the Age of Ultron book 10 back in June 2013. And like when everybody saw she was coming, it's like, whoa, hold up, who's this cosmic character that they're adding to the collection here? And as soon as I saw her, I was like, that's Angela from Spawn. Uh, Obviously, fans of Spawn knew exactly who she was, but now she was being reintroduced to the Marvel Universe. And so she had, in 2014, she had her own storyline. It was called Original Sin, in which Marvel explained and introduced her. They introduced her as the lost sister of Thor. So she's an Asgardian, and she's Thor's sister. So I haven't followed too much with the backstory with Angela since she was introduced, but that's as much as I do know. And really excited to see this character. It's been years since she was made, or at least that I picked up a character when she was made. So I'm not sure exactly how many versions McFarlane made of her, but I do know I have one or two. So really cool to see her added into the Marvel Legends line. Really cool to see her added into the Marvel Universe line. Uh, and so let's open this bad boy up and take a look. All right, so here we have Angela out of the package. All right, as I said, she comes with a Build-A-Figure piece for Titus here. And actually, if you kind of look at this close, it really looks like a repaint of the Thanos leg. I think it might be a little bit different, but just looking at it, I was like, wait, is that Titus or Thanos' leg? Anyway, she comes with 3 accessories. She comes with her sword, which I put back here, and she comes with these like tomahawk axe looking things. Uh, let's put these in her hand. So, all right. So her hand's a little stiff. It's good for a double Dutch rudder. Oh, did I say that? Who knows what a double Dutch rudder is? All right. So we will add this. There we go. Okay. All right. So we got our hands open a little bit, so she can scalp whoever she wants. And yes, I said scalp. I am Native American, so I can say that. True story. Tsimshian Indian. Look it up. Woo! All right. So here we go. So she's a little stiff. The weather around here has been going from like 70 degrees to like 50 degrees, 40 degrees. So it's it's a little cold off and on. So her plastic is a little cold. The sculpt on this figure, the paint app is phenomenal. This is definitely for Hasbro to bring this figure back and bring her back in this style. They did an absolutely awesome job on her. I love it. I can't say anything negative about this figure. I think she looks great on top of the awesome boob job that we got going on here. So, and she's a larger scale female figure. She's supposed to be like an Amazonian type of figure. So she's gonna be towering and hulking. She's Asgardian, you know. Uh, so she's definitely a large figure. So paint apps on her, the face, the armor, the body, her thigh high armored boots. Everything's awesome. No complaints. Her gauntlets here, nice and smooth. This is a figure that not only did the prototypes look amazing, but it transitioned into production. The sculpt on it, great job on the sculpt. Look at the hair, nice and flowing. Uh, Customizers could probably get this off and actually use this hair for plenty of other female figures, a little Jean Grey, something like that. Uh, she can hold these in her hand. Hands were a little stiff, obviously. I said, opening them up. Had to play around with it a little bit. Now, if we put one of these down, or actually I'll put both of these down and take her sword out. It's a little stiff in there. There we go. We'll see how good she's able to hold the sword with both hands. Now she does not have the double elbows, so it does pose a little bit of an issue. But you can make it work to where it doesn't look horrible. One thing that would have probably been great, as we saw with Nova. Nova had the double hinged elbows. This is probably a figure that the double hinged elbows would have been awesome with. For some reason, Hasbro still on most of like their female figures, single hinged elbows. Not 100% sure, why that is, but it is what it is. All right, she's got a little choker collar right here. Can't really explain it better than that. Her armor, let's take a look at the articulation. So her head, she has side-to-side motion. Can't really go down, can't really go up. Obviously, the sculpted hair is in the back here, so that does prevent for some of the movement with the head. Besides that, we have ball hinge joint shoulders. They are They do limit the range of motion there at the top of the shoulders, though, because of these like armored pads. So we can get her up about so, but besides that, we're a little limited on that. As I said, articulation in the elbows, single hinged elbows, but we can get a good little swivel out of them. And the wrist, you're able to rotate the wrist. Let's see, is there a hinge in there? Yes, we do have a little hinge and a swivel, but you do have the gauntlets that kind of block it there. So there's limited amount of articulation in the wrist. Now, no ab crunch, but we do have a torso crunch or under the boob crunch that we see on females. She does have a phenomenal like 4-pack. She definitely has a phenomenal 4-pack. Let's see if we don't have a waist cut. Waist swivel here. Yeah, it's all solid right there. Her belt does not come off. It's one piece, but the belt has this little flowy cape thingy in the back and the sheath for her sword. So as I said, I'm gonna tuck the sword in there and get that right behind her like that. All right, so her legs we have, there we go. We have the ball joint at the hips. That's about as much of a split that we'll get out of her. We do have a thigh cut. Swivel it here on both legs. Then we go down. We do have double hinged knees. Double hinged knees, which is awesome, especially because she's a taller, bigger character. Straighten those out for you. And she does not have any boot cuts. And we have a hinge in the foot and an ankle pivot too. So good articulation there. So overall, her articulation is kind of standard from what we see with the female figures. It would have been nice to get those double hinged elbows. I know I'm not the only one that complains about those, but especially somebody like this who can wield a sword, that extra posability would be, pretty much on point. But besides that, this is a great figure. Definitely a good introduction to the Marvel Universe and Marvel Legends line. A nice warm welcome from me to her. And I'm going to have to open up my spawn and see what we could do with this. Get a couple pictures going. So thanks for checking me out. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, The Ultimate Toy Collector. Like the video, share it, leave me a comment. Let me know what legends you hope to see in the future besides the ones that were recently announced. And until next time, guys, happy hunting.